Hi, I'm Anthony Soto, Superintendent of Holyoke Public Schools and a proud graduate of HPS. When I was a student here back in the 80s and 90s, HPS was organized into distinct elementary and middle schools. But then in the early 2000s, our schools were reorganized so that some schools would serve grades K to 8. Of course, there was a lot about school back then that was different from today, but many people I hear from today, students, families, staff, school committee, community members, all agree that it would be great and better to return to separate elementary and middle schools. I think the prior decision to move to K to 8 schools contributed to HPS being placed in receivership. While K to 8 schools can work in some contexts, they haven't worked well here in Holyoke. Holyoke's move to K to 8 schools was driven by a desire to save money on transportation costs without fully considering the full educational impact. Our K to 8 schools have caused us to be operationally inefficient and have lessened the quality of education we could provide to our students. Back in 2015, many parents and staff asked us to change back to elementary and middle schools. I was a part of the team that helped study this issue and gathered feedback from the community. I remember meeting with families in the flats and families in Bolden Village and all over the city, and some wanted their 12-year-olds to have more learning opportunities and more independence at school. They wanted their 5-year-olds to have appropriate learning spaces for art and music and to be assigned to schools designed for their age. To all of our families, then and now, we hear you, and now's the time. We made the decision to move to distinct elementary and middle schools because of broad community input. Now the tough work is ahead. Which schools should become elementary and which schools should become middle? And we have to decide how attendance zones will be redrawn. We want to include our Holyoke community in the process, so we invite you to be a part of our decision-making efforts. We designed an inclusive process because we believe it is important to seek out and incorporate the voices of those impacted with a particular commitment to include those who have been excluded in the past. Please be a part of the process. Together, we can make long-lasting, meaningful change for Holyoke.